town has become a launch pad for a moving museum that takes roadside art out on the road. The world's smallest versions of the world's largest things.
Not only that, is the world's largest collection of the world's smallest versions of the world's largest things, traveling roadside attraction and museum.
Why did you build the world's smallest version of the world's largest things?
It started out as a love of roadside architecture and
such as that.
Such as this, the world's largest souvenir travel plate for Lucas, Kansas. But I wasn't finding souvenirs that I really enjoyed, and I realized that at the world's largest ball of twine in Cawker City, Kansas. Mm-hmm. They had a little souvenir that was basically a golf ball wrapped in normal-sized twine. It's like, that's the golf ball wrapped in twine. That's not a small version of the big ball of twine.
That's lazy tchotchkeism.
Yes. And while I appreciate that on its own right, and the chutzpah to put something so crappy out on the market, because I did buy it anyway, I decided that I would start making my own souvenirs of things that I really enjoyed.
You know, there's a big debate going on in the art world at the moment about whether curatorship can be art or whether art stands on its own in the unique. What are you doing here?
I bill it as a little bit of site-specific performance art. So I'm really looking at it as a sculpture referencing sculptures and playing on the just silliness of, why would you make a big monument to an ear of corn? That question doesn't matter. The fact is they made it. Why would you make the world's smallest version of that world's largest ear of corn? And it's those bizarre intersections of scale and representation that I really enjoy. One of the rules is I don't make the small version until I've seen the big thing for myself. So
well, it would be dishonest if you hadn't.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And other people say, oh, but you could have all of them done by now if you just go online. It's like, no, that's cheating. So I go to the site, photograph it. If I have the materials, I will sculpt as soon as I can. Once I have that done, I add it to the window displays. And when I can, I take the small version back to the big thing and take meta photos of the world's smallest version, visiting the world's largest thing.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that, because it really makes my head hurt.
When I do art lectures, you get into a really nice, little tiny, big little
It's like a Mebius.
Yes. Because one of the replicas I have isn't of the world's largest cheese, it's of the world's largest replica cheese. So what happens when the world's largest thing is really just a replica of that thing? That is already a couple of versions away from the real. And then when you make the small version of the replica cheese and do the meta photo of them together, it's just amazing. And then the students are there going, can't we just talk about paintings?
Yeah.
No, we can't. You have to consider these things